Today we are going to discuss about what is deadlock and how to handle the deadlock by operating system, which kind of method is required for handling the deadlock, and this lecture is based on our view on deadlock. So we should know what is deadlocks. So what is deadlock? A deadlock happens in operating system when two or more process need some resources to complete their execution that is held by other process. Okay, in this slide we have a system model. In this model, multiple resources shared by multiple processes. Okay, process can send a request to another process for accessing the resources, and process use the resources and release the resources to another process. This kind of, we are talking about this kind of system model. So okay, so in this scenario, when we'll face the problem of deadlock. So a deadlock happens in operating system when two or more process need some resources to complete their execution that held by other process. Okay, so suppose process 1, you have process 1 has resource r1 and needs to acquire resource 2 r2. Similarly, p1 has resource 2 r2 and need to acquire resource 1 r1. p1 and p2 are in deadlock as each of them needs the other resource to complete their execution, but neither of them is willing to relinquish or release their resources. So this kind of problem is arising in a operating system among the process is called deadlock. So how we can face this problem, which kind of situation is arising for creating deadlock. Okay, so there are 4 conditions can arise if 4 conditions hold simultaneously. Deadlocks can arise if 4 conditions occur simultaneously. Okay, so first one is mutual exclusion. This condition is also called Kaufman conditions. Kaufman condition. Okay, but these conditions are not mutual exclusive. Okay, so first condition is mutual exclusion. There should be a resource that can only be held by one process at a time. For example, single instances of resource 1 and it is held by process 1 only. ओके, इस टाइप की कंडीशन होगी, सो पॉसिबल है कि डेडलॉक हो. सेकेंड वन इज होल्ड एंड वेट. A process can hold multiple resources and still request more resources from the other process which are holding them. In, for example, process P2 hold resource R2 and resource R3. R2 and R3 hold by the process 2 and is requesting the resource R1 which is held by process 1. Okay, this kind of condition is called holding the resource, and you are waiting the resources for another process. So this kind of situation is hold and wait. Okay, no preemption. A resources cannot be preempted from the process by force. A process can only release a resource voluntarily. Okay, for example, process 2 cannot preempt the resources R1 from P1. It will only release when P1 release it voluntarily. after its execution is completed. This one is no preemption. Next one is circular wait. A process is waiting for resource held by the second process, which is waiting for resources held by the third process, and so on, till the last process is waiting for a resource held by the first process. This uh, form of circular chain waiting is performed in circular manner. Okay, this why is called circular wait. For example, P1 is allocated R2 and it is requesting resource R1. Similarly, P2 is allocated R1 and it is requesting R2. This form a circular waiting. Okay, so our next one is how to handle the deadlock. How different this one is resource allocation graph. We should know about what is resource allocation graph. This is a kind of pictorial representation of process and resources, how they are connect and how they process use the resources, release the resources, okay, and requesting the resources. By this diagram we can understand. Okay, so we can identify the cycle also using this resource allocation. Cycle is also responsible for circular wait and creating the deadlock. Handle the deadlock. First one is deadlock prevention. It is very important to prevent a deadlock before it can occur, so the system check each request, okay, before executed, to make sure it does not lead to deadlock. Okay, if there is even slight chance that is a request may lead to deadlock in the further, it is never allowed to execute. This one is prevention. Okay, and so is in the west quest can be met mutual exclusion in form of order wait. So this kind of condition can be right. So we can, if we are denying this condition, whatever condition we have read, which one is a cause of deadlock. So we are talking the such kind of situation in deadlock prevention, where we can prevent this condition. Automatically we can say deadlock will be prevented. Okay, so deadlock is next one is deadlock avoidance. It is better to avoid the deadlock rather than take measure after the deadlock has occurred. The wait for graph can be used for deadlock avoidance. This is, however, only useful for smaller database. Okay, same. We can use date for graph. How many processes are waiting to each other? We can design a graph for denoting the waiting conditions. Okay, this one is avoidance. Okay, so a different kind of avoidance algorithms, and this one is resource allocation graph. Okay, so avoidance we are use here a deadlock different algorithm for calculating the safe state also. Okay, so Banker's algorithm example of the deadlock avoidance. Okay, during next lecture we will talk about deadlock avoidance in detailed manner. Okay, so next one is deadlock detection. Detection means a deadlock can be detected by a resource scheduler, as it keeps track of all resources that are allocated to different processes after a deadlock is detected. It can be resolved using following method. All processes that are involved in the deadlock are terminated, and resource can be preempted from the some processes and given to other till the deadlock is resolved. Okay, we can identify how the process is waiting to one from another. using wait for graph. Okay, so this, thank you for listening lecture.